Hi. There's no way to give you an angle where you can see the lake, but you just saw it in my random video about the color yellow. So, here you go. Guess these are my chords of this weekend. So many songs using them. Fresh air and tired, afraid, clear, self-made, collecting dust or stones or moments. Fish Creek, Wisconsin in winter, home to everyone. In summer, home to you. For me, I'm just passing through, and I wanna be a light or a light switch. I wanna turn you on. I wanna come around you like a song, going on and on and on and on. You're glistening with kindness. You're like the drug, it's true. And I get lost in sudden blindness for you. That's right. Like a parade of ponies in my mind, I am proudly passing you. This time take what's given like a cure made for only me to understand. Like this view of the world, it's mine, it's my heart's. I understand my mind and heart, my mind and my heart. It's unplanned like shadows in the dark. What light is there? What light is making all these stories and dreams come true. Well, I've been experimenting with writing things out so that I can take my time with the words so that I try still not to scribble anything out. Like, I think there might be one scribble, but also I can edit things to fit the scansion then. And like, here's one I was about to say collecting dust, collecting stones, but I just said collecting dust or stones. I think my original thought was that, but then I changed it. So this just gives me a chance to be a little bit more myself without the pressure of the recording. In the old days that didn't used to work, because then the music I would write didn't have the right vibe, because it wasn't really informed. The moments weren't happening at the same time. I had one fan once come up to me and say that my music sounds so integrated, like the music and the words really inform each other. And I said, well, that's because I'm making them both up at the same time. So it's interesting. I mean, I really loved the song I just made, but it is one step removed in that authenticity piece of the puzzle, because the chords I was using, maybe I had just used in a song before, and I was getting caught in like loops. But then again, I was finding melodies I maybe don't normally find, because I was feeling secure that the words were planned and that my mind could focus on the chord progressions or where to pause. You know, I don't know. I've had all different habits over the years. When I was younger, like a lot younger, like in elementary, middle, high school, and I would write songs, I would spend days or long bits of time writing out lyrics, editing, scribbling out, densifying, that's not a word, and then eventually adding music, and then also doing the same with the music. I would record a version, edit, change, I would write the chords in. So I was much more a traditional songwriter in my original roots. And then eventually, once I had crafted it the way I wanted it, I still might not ever have played it for anyone, because I might have not liked it. I might have just felt like it was overworked dough and just kind of given up on it. So the flow that I have now is not how I was born. I was born, well, I guess I was. When I was 3 years old, I wrote a nickel and a shank or something. Not that one. I don't even know what that means, because I don't think it said shank. Maybe it said shark. Maybe it said, I don't know, it was 3-year-old handwriting. But when I was, you know, in elementary school, I wrote pop hits. I'm going to release another, so I re-recorded Childhood. Also, bright yellow cover, back when I was super confident. I re-recorded all these songs from like 2nd grade through 8th grade, when I was super confident, before I got really socially discouraged and felt like I should be ashamed to be alive. So before that happened, I was a very confident kid, a very yellow kid. And I loved making up music. I'm sure I had blind spots. Maybe I needed to go through the life that I've gone through, as horrible and hard as it has been on some topics. I actually wouldn't trade the growth on other topics for the world. Like, I wish it hadn't had to happen the certain way that it is, but there are blind spots that I definitely had, which I don't feel like rambling. I feel like enjoying the sun, so. Happy yellow sun. Anyway, oh, so I was telling you, but I bought a converter, and a tape converter. I'm going to cross my fingers, take all my old tapes from the 90s mostly. I think I have some from the early 2000s too. Even some from the late 80s. And I'm going to use this converter to convert them to MP3s, and then I'm going to release an album called Actual Childhood. So, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what picture I'll use as an album cover. Maybe I'll do another collage. Anyway, who knows? Just having fun. It's fun to be alive and to try things. I mean, that's easy to say when you're on vacation, which this is essentially a vacation, but that just makes me feel guilty for my income level, so I call them writing retreats. And also because I genuinely use my vacations to write like oodles of songs, and I leave songs and I leave YouTube videos or just, you know, thoughts. This is essentially me writing a book. It's just I know myself well enough to know that my dream of writing a memoir, or my dream of writing, I actually used to really have a very strong dream of writing a self-help book on creative flow and on blocking and philosophy and psychology and how to heal from trauma and all these things. I had such humongous, loud dreams, and then I did that challenge, my 3rd challenge of the 4 years of challenges. I did the challenge 52 Dreams, and I couldn't even finish a TED Talk, let alone self-help book. So not to say it's never in my future, but to say it's not in my right now. And I can feel that now, and so I softened on that. And that might be the same truth for me with like being a college professor or any of those types of dreams, because those all take a lot of time and focus, and I clearly have something I'm focusing on, which is working on albums and being a singer-songwriter. I don't like that term, by the way. My voice is very much its own thing. It doesn't like to be called being a singer. Like, I would never even audition to sing a solo in a choir. I don't have that kind of voice. I used to wish I did, but for whatever reason I was made with a soft voice. And it's gotten softer and softer the more broken I've been. It was loud when I was a confident kid. Food for thought. Alright, well. Oh, so I see myself as a songwriter. I know I do all my own singing, but when I wrote musicals or wrote the music for Were the World Mine, there were a few cases where it was annoying when singers would want to change the melodies that I heard in my head, or they wouldn't sing it in a way. Actually, there were multiple cases where people drastically changed the melodies and made it their own, and I found that a little bit offensive because it was so drastic. And it's like, well, then how would my songwriting ever be represented? Because I didn't also get a platform to put my melody out there. So that was hard for me. But it's never hard if someone just changes it a little. Anyway, that's all. Bye.